Hey everyone, geophysicist Stefan Burns here, and today I would like to talk about earthing, and specifically earthing for positive energies. And yes, you heard me right, for positive energies. Typically with earthing, people think of receiving negative electrons into our body, and that is typically what happens when you go outside and you put your feet on the grass or you go lay out at the lawn. But as you will see behind me, there's a very active thunderstorm cell. It's pretty warm here. There's a big warm weather system that moved through, a lot of atmospheric electricity above me. And so what that means is that there's actually positive energy coming up and rising to the ground surface. And therefore, if you go outside and practice earthing and get your feet on the ground, get all those conductive nerve endings in the bottom of your feet on the ground surface, then you're going to be receiving more positive type energies. And this has a different effect than the negative energies. But when we speak about grounding and earthing, we're really speaking about what is our energetic environment. It's not so much just about getting a stream of electrons in our body, it's about what's our overall energetic environment. And here you see I'm at this really big park, and there is no real EMF smog here as compared to the city, or as compared to a residential home or an apartment, especially an apartment building where there are 15 different apartments with 15 Wi-Fi routers and 20 Wi-Fi extenders and 60 phones and 150 smart devices, whatever, you get the idea. There's so much electrosmog, but here there isn't. So first and foremost with earthing and grounding, you're going to an environment that doesn't have this electropollution. And it's nice and pristine. Natural energy fields like the Schumann resonances are stronger as a signal compared to the background noise than they would be in an electrosmog environment. Then, secondly, you're exposing yourself to the natural earth energies. Beyond that, the natural telluric currents that run through the ground surface. And there's a whole bunch of other atmospheric energies that exist, especially when there are weather systems nearby. So what we have here is a charged condensation in our atmosphere, the lower atmosphere, whereas normally the ground surface is 0 and the ionosphere 100 kilometers up is 250,000 volts or 250 kilovolts. But when you get these sort of atmospheric systems getting close to the ground, they create this extreme charge differential, and therefore the vertical electric field gradient that runs up from 0 up to, let's say, 50 million volts, that gets supercharged. And so this pulls a positive charge to the ground surface, and then sometimes you get lightning bolts that strike down and equalize everything. But right now we're just having intercloud lightning, but you're having this change in the actual electromagnetic kind of phasing in the properties during a situation like this. So technically right now, when I'm grounding at this moment, I'm receiving more positive energies. And that's often something that can actually bring about some kind of health disruptions. If you get a big surge of positive energies, it can dephase a lot of different metabolic reactions, and so they get kind of thrown out of whack. You can get sometimes, like I've even had like flu-like symptoms before when I was near an earthquake that occurred in Turkey. My peak symptoms, I just didn't feel well. Like most feverish occurred right during that 7.8 earthquake in Turkey. And that's because earthquakes also cause an accumulation of positive charge. The way I see it is that sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just different. And this is the energy system that's currently at play here. So really your goal is to be in tune with the natural energies of your environment. And to do that as often as possible. So when you're in a city or you're just in your apartment all day or things of that nature, if you're not grounding regularly, you're wearing rubber-soled shoes, you're not walking around barefoot, you're disconnected from the energies of your environment to a greater degree. And the energies of the environment do change. They're not static. Life is not static. Life is always undergoing change and evolution. And sometimes it's beneficial to undergo a phase change so then you're ready for some future moment, rather than if you don't do that phase change and then that situation comes up where it would have behooved you to have done that, then you're not prepared. And so my philosophy with earthing and grounding is to always try to maintain equilibrium with the environment. And that requires that you do earthing and grounding quite often. And that also would mean that you shouldn't be afraid to go practice some earthing when the environment's like this. And I find these energies, just speaking from experience, I find these energies where there's like active thunder systems nearby, but this one's not really dangerous. It's all just high up there. I find that they're more electric and they give me more active energy, and I feel more invigorated by them. Whereas when I do grounding during a fair weather system, so nice clear skies, no clouds at all, and you have the normal negative ground surface, I find that I get pulled really deeply into parasympathetic activity. So often we'll have really deep naps, or even I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up like it's a complete system reboot. The sleep inertia is crazy, and that can be incredibly healing. That can be really, really good for you. It totally drops your inflammation, and just overall it strengthens your body in many ways, improves your metabolism to a great degree. But a lot of people don't like that sleep inertia and that initial grogginess that you get. But during a system like this, where it's these positive energies that are rising to the surface, and you have this stronger vertical electric field gradient and stronger Schumann resonances and stronger VLF electromagnetic waves as well, because this right here is producing tons of Schumann resonances and tons of very low frequency waves that are 100 to 10,000 hertz in strength. I find this to be invigorating and to kind of boost my energy and to boost my metabolism in the short term. And so long as I'm in a healthy state, I'm not chronically stressed, I'm not acutely stressed, everything's feeling good and normal, this just kind of carries me up further and gives me more energy at my disposal for, let's say, exercise or for creative endeavors, or just, a little bit of a bigger smile on my face. It's a little bit of a mood booster. So you shouldn't be afraid of positive energies, and in many ways, when you are in a system or near a system where the energies are more positive, like we have here, you have stronger Schumann frequencies, you have stronger VLF frequencies, and these have been shown to be health protective and to be good for you, especially in the context of now those signals, those picotesla signals of the Schumann resonances at 8 hertz, 14 hertz, 20 hertz, 26, 33, 39, 45, so on and so forth. They are so weak now in comparison to background electrosmog. And so you do want to be careful though, like this one's actually coming in right now. So I am going to pack up and go. But I hope you found this video useful. And again, it's not just about electrons, and it's not just about negative. Those are certain things. It's about electric potentials, about the certain frequencies that you're immersing yourself in, how often you're doing it, the regular flow of it, and to be smart about that, and in general to stay in equilibrium with the earth. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, click the like button, helps this channel grow. I have tons of videos on earthing. You can check out my earthing and grounding playlist. I'll leave that in the video description, or you can watch it right here. Thanks so much and have a great day.